So I'm trying something different where I've got this screen going, and I just need to know if you can still hear my microphone over it. I'm not sure if that's a thing or not. And I also need to see if this live chat works on the side. So, as people begin to shuffle in, just hit me with a, hey, what's up, in the comments. I need to go through really quick and mark what sections I'm gonna be talking about. You might hear the stream in the background because I need to check. Okay, so you can hear me. Granted, the music might be a little bit too loud, but... Oh, hi, Casey. Yes, I can see the chats. That makes me so happy. Okay, so last night we got through, I think, 3 pages of this script. So let me see where I want to pick up from tonight. I'm trying to do it all over the place so that when the video goes up, you're not just like, I've already heard it. I already know everything. But question of the day, it really got me thinking because I watched the Cats trailer again, and just made me curious about what's your guilty pleasure show, because I know that we all have one. We've all got to have one that like everybody hates, but you know, you sort of get a kick out of. So that's the question today. What's your guilty pleasure show? Once I hear all of yours, I'll tell you mine. I don't really think that mine's bad. I mean, like, critics, I don't know, critics were lukewarm on it, and they didn't really like it. But I don't know. I've seen some pretty bad plays. That's okay. Found the section. Hello, Roscoe. I probably said that so wrong. That's so horrible. It's so hard to adapt a musical to a movie. Yeah, and then vice versa. It's hard to adopt a movie into a musical too, I think. Mamma Mia! Really, Casey? Oh, God, I have tried so hard to get into Mamma Mia. I had a friend who was in a production a couple months ago, and I sucked it up, and I went, and I was like, maybe I'll like it more, because he's in it, and I didn't. He was great. He did fantastic. He was one of the saving graces of that show. But, you know. All right. And the video's over. That means my time's up. So. All right. And I think that was actually perfect timing as well. Now we'll see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So now... you should be able to... Oh, don't look at my Apple software update. Oh, no. I don't even use Apple. But, so, let's see. We're talking about guilty pleasures and what your guilty pleasure show is. We've heard Mamma Mia. We've heard Jekyll and Hyde. Has anybody who's watching this, has anybody seen the new King Kong yet? Because I really want to know what people think about the new King Kong. I had a friend who went and watched it, and how did he describe it? He said that the puppet and that the technical aspect was incredible, but just everything else fell short. And I really wish I could go see that. Excuse me while I get everything set up. If you were here last night, welcome back. You get to see me set this all up again. But if it's your first time here, thank you for joining me and for keeping me company so that I don't descend into madness of just being here in my room by myself. Cat, I believe Cat is possibly under the bed. My stepbrother hated the CGI. Is that the CGI for like the 2005? Or did they use CGI in the actual, like the musical? Am I turning this the right way? I don't think I am. I'm trying to, my setup is not professional in the slightest. So this is my Plosive P pop cover. And I have to like try to get it to hang on the lip of my desk. So I have to go in through one of the drawers. Ding. And it just makes for an awkward time. Oh man. Is it set to close soon? Man, they spent so much money on it. Even like Spider-Man can run how many years did that run? That ran like 3. I think King Kong's got a fighting chance. Maybe I'll have to go try to see it. Is that gonna hold? Okay. Alright, so now we have that. And then I've also got on my desk, I've got these 3 tape marks that I tried to put my microphone stand on. Because I'm really trying to make it sound the same throughout all the videos. Because I realized when I went back and I rewatched Spider-Man, I was like, it seems so loud. And then I went back and I jumped to Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson, and it's like the video got even louder because I'm deaf. And then I watched Beatlemania and I like backed off and I thought it was too quiet. But when I asked people, they said it was all right. So I'm torn. I don't know what's going on. Here's a little sneak peek behind the scenes. Let me know if you've watched the Beatlemania video, how was the audio for it? Was it too loud? Was it too soft? Did it work? Because like my ears from I worked at a fish cannery. Fun story. I worked at a fish cannery and a Texas Roadhouse, not at the same time, but like you just hear heavy metal noises all day. And then the next year, you just hear Shania Twain yelling in your ears for probably 12 hours a day. It takes a toll on your ears. So I just need to know what you guys think. And was the audio all right for Beatlemania? Because I had this. This is where I control the volume of the microphone. And so I had this all the way down, like right there. And when I went back to listen to it again, it just seemed like it was too quiet. But what was that at? 4.0. Good thing there's a lag, so I don't mess it up too much. That stays the same. I believe this was at -2. I don't even know if this influences it. Please don't ask me what any of these things do, because I have no idea. I know that this makes my headphones louder or quieter. I don't know if it actually affects the output. And then I know this one affects the microphone. So let's see. Okay. So KC says that Beatlemania sounded fine, but so did all the videos. So maybe I'm just like super picky, but you know, audio is just one of the most important things because you got to listen to my voice for like 40 minutes if you make it through that long. If not, I don't blame you. Okay, so here we are in Audacity. This is what I use. It's free, and it gets the job done. So let's see. Where are we going to take it from tonight? So last night I got through this segment with not Gene Wilder. That's what we're doing tonight. Last night I got through the Marilyn Monroe section. So I'm going to take it back a little bit, and we're going to go to this segment. So we're talking about the producers. We're doing a video on the producers and what went wrong with the movie. Since you're one of the subscribers, more than likely, there you go. You know more than your fellow subscribers, because you're the real ones. Okay. All right, let's get a little sip. And please give me honest feedback in the comments. Keep it nice. Like, don't just be like, well, that was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. You call yourself a narrator? You went to theater training? Boo! Don't do that. Because I've had a tough enough day already. Okay, enough stalling. Let's get going. Where do I put this? I need a bigger desk. Okay. And that pop filter is just so awkward. Okay. Let me make sure that we pick up. Test. I don't like tests, but I don't have to take any anymore, and it's great. That will be on my new single. Test. I don't like tests, but I don't have to take any anymore, and it's great. And I wonder why I'm single. Okay, so when I was going through that, I was realizing I watched this part. Quiet, Brendan. I don't like tests. But you see how it's like it peaks at -9. So I usually like to have it up by -3, just because then it gives me room to play with. I like to have it a little bit louder because it's easier to back off and it won't sound as distorted. Whereas if you want to take it up, like if you start low and you try to increase the volume when you're in Premiere, which is what I use, then it'll usually come out as back in the 70s, and I don't like that. And it drives me mad. Like I almost considered, like once I had Beatlemania done, it was ready to post. I was watching the final go through of it, and I was like, it doesn't sound good because it's too quiet. And I almost re-recorded the entire 46 minutes of audio. So test -9. It's a little bit too quiet, but you have to factor in too about what you're going to do in post. So I have a strict guideline that I go by, and everything's preset because I used to have a podcast that I did. And so that same audio quality, I translated it over to YouTube. So let's look at the equalization. This talks about the bass and treble. That's all I know about it. And then we go to the compressor that compresses things. And then amplify, and I usually bring it up to -3. So now let's see. If you're listening to this with headphones on, I apologize in advance for whatever's going to happen. Test. I don't like tests. So you see, now we've peaked at -3. So now we're all set to go after post. Okay. Here we go. I don't think that's my section. I almost stole Casey's section. And she's watching right now. Ooh, that was a good catch. Okay. All right. Well, growing up, I had two movies that I watched over and over. much to the chagrin of my mom. And those two movies were The Aristocats and the classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I would even do the somersault entrance when he made his big debut. As the years progressed, so too did my movie viewing range, and soon Willy Wonka turned into Young Frankenstein, then Blazing Saddles, and finally, The Producers. So, needless to say, Gene Wilder has always been an instrumental part of my life and, in a sense, showed me how much fun being an actor could be. Ooh, ugh. I gotta start doing vocal warm ups again. Like, I have this bad habit of, like, just jumping in, and it's just so bad. Just to amplify noise reduction. That's what Casey's saying. I like having the reviews here. And then what went wrong with musicals in school? Me and my girlfriend have been to many schools around the world, and we always bring up they look so cheap, and the acting, the singing is trash. See, here's this thing is like, I always tried to approach going to a show with an open mind. And I have this mindset of I paid for my ticket, so I'm going to enjoy it while I'm in there. And after I leave, I try to find at least three good things to say. And then I proceed to just go. It always starts with, well, I mean, they could have done this, and then this, and this, and this. When I did the production of Curious Incident of the Dog of the Nighttime last year, we went to see a production like 2 hours south from us, and it was in a shopping mall, which was it just looked sketchy. And we went in, and like the opening scene is supposed to be a dog with a pitchfork in it, and as soon as we got in, there was just a box with like a taped out like the outline of a dog and a pitchfork stuck in the box. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be this kind of show. And it was. Okay, so what did I get to? You're distracting me. Being an actor could be. How fun being an actor could be. So needless to say, Gene Wilder has always been an instrumental part of my life, and in a sense, showed me how much fun being an actor could be. My voice is so high today. I gotta relax. Okay, we'll take it. I'll make an adjustment. In the early 1960s, however, nobody knew who he was, as he was just another young actor trying to get his foot in the door and start a career. Bum, bum, bum. Does that work? Did you like it? Okay. Oh, I need new glasses. An actor could be. In the early 1960s, however, nobody knew who he was, as he was just another young actor trying to get his foot in the door and start a career. Did I stutter? As he was just another young actor trying to get his foot in the door and start a career. I don't like it. In the early 1960s, however, nobody knew who he was, as he was just another young actor trying to get his foot in the door and start a career. Wilder's acting journey started on the stage, and in 1963, Wilder found himself cast in a leading role for Mother Courage and Her Children, which was starring Anne Bancroft. I hope that was right. I hope I said her name right. So this happens to me a lot when I'm recording, where there's a name and I'm always terrified that I say it wrong. So the answer to figuring out if you're saying it right, is head on over to Google Translate. Bancroft. I hope that's right. Let's see.
Bancroft.
Yeah! Bancroft. Now do I need to re-record it so I don't sound so nervous? Which was starring Anne Bancroft. Cool. I got it. Oh, thanks, Casey. Now I just saw yeah, that's right. Anne Bancroft. During the run of the production, Bancroft pulled Wilder aside and introduced him to her boyfriend at the time, a young, aspiring filmmaker named Mel Brooks. I think my computer lagged. And introduced him to her boyfriend at the time. Yeah, you jerk. During the run of the show, Bancroft pulled Wilder aside and introduced him to her boyfriend at the time. I wrote this script. How did I just forget what I typed? I wrote this. Like, what? Where is this leading? I'm just along for the ride like you all. During the run of the production, Bancroft pulled Wilder aside and introduced him to her boyfriend at the time, a young, aspiring filmmaker named Mel Brooks. The two would reconnect a few months later, when Brooks mentioned to Wilder that he was working on a screenplay named Springtime for Hitler. Brooks knew that Wilder would be absolutely perfect for the role of Leopold Bloom, and made him promise that he would check with Brooks before making any long-term commitments. Soon, the weeks started to pass by, then months, and then years. All the while, Wilder's phone never ringing. A few jobs popped up here and there, with touring companies and various theaters, but in the back of his mind, he kept hoping to hear something back from Mel. 3 years would pass, and then one day, his phone rang. He soon found himself at a reading, sitting across from an already cast Zero Mostel. Gosh dang it. Is it Mostel? Like a hostel?
Mostel.
Mostel. Oh, I hope that's right.
Mostel.
I like when you go a second time and they do it like even slower just to make sure you really got it.
Mostel.
Mostel. Mostel, you idiot. It's like she gets really sassy. I can't look up the footage because I'll get a copyright strike. I mean, I probably could. Who knows? Ever since Christopher Curtis, I've been very afraid. What did I say? I think I said Mostel. I forgot what his actual name was.
Mostel.
Mostel. Mostel. Hey. Mostel.
Zero
Mostel. God. Ooh, I like the end segment. God. That is a sound bit for my life. God. Here's something back from Mel. Can you hear the paper? Hoping to hear something back from Mel. Okay. 3 years would pass, and then one day, his phone rang. He soon found himself at a reading. Okay, he soon found himself at a reading. Mostel. Mostel like the hostel. Let's have some enthusiasm. Let's have some fun. He soon found himself at a reading sitting across from an already cast Zero Mostel for Mel Brooks' first feature film, Springtime for Hitler. Upon Mostel's approval, Wilder was awarded with the role that would launch his career and introduce the world to the classic Wilder Yell. There's no way of even knowing. It's just how the river's blowing. There's nothing quite like just watching Gene Wilder lose his mind. Like I just need to make a super cut of every time that he loses his mind, and it would be like a 40-minute video. It would be great. You stole fizzy lifting drink. My blue blanket. Oh man. I don't know how he does it. I'm dying. I committed. Oh. My blue blanket. Now, the production history of The Producers could be a video of its own, but the most important takeaway is that the film almost wasn't even released, with the movies produced blah 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 boop ba da ba deep ba doop boop. Thank you for coming to my concert. Now, the production history of The Producers could be a video of its own, but the most important takeaway is that the film almost wasn't even released, with the movie's producer, Joseph E. Levine, even directly telling Brooks as much, since the movie was in poor taste and not very funny. It was thanks to a chance screening for Peter Sellers that led to him immediately calling Levine and demanding that the film be released. The catch is that the studio wouldn't release it under the title Springtime for Hitler. The only title in that vein that would have been accepted would have been Springtime for Mussolini. But this completely went against one of the main reasons Brooks was making the film. It wasn't about creating a movie focusing on bad taste. Instead, it was a movie focused on bringing down Adolf Hitler. Brooks' goal was to offend. That goes against everything that line is supposed to be. Brooks' goal was to offend. It's like, hey, screw all you people. I made a movie. You didn't. Brooks' goal wasn't to offend. It was to find vengeance through comedy. Brooks' goal was to offend. The end. Thank you for watching my video. Okay? Then blah 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 blah. Okay. Till we reach the new millennium. Let me make sure. I think I heard someone's voice. Brooks' goal wasn't to offend. It was to find vengeance through comedy. Okay. All right. Okay. This is where it gets tricky. Okay. I'm trying to think back to doing the Beatlemania video, and it's at the point where you have to work in the other people's voices. Yeah, I gotta do it. Okay. Insert Casey's voice here. Just so that it's a little visual reminder. Because that did save me one time during Beatlemania. And so that one save is enough for me to keep doing it. Well, the 1967 show might not have been as big of a commercial hit. I'm going to keep that. And I'll put it in the movie and we'll see who actually, well, the 1967 show might not have been as big of a commercial hit. Welcome to my awkward life. If I had a nickel for every time on a date I've done something like that. Just, oh, you thought that... you gonna eat those wings? Okay. Well, the 1967 movie might not have been as big of a commercial or critical hit as Brooks would have hoped. The producers would receive a second shot at stardom for the most fitting of places, Broadway. Now, we can't go into that much depth about the Broadway show, but basically, all we need to know is that The Producers was an absolute Broadway smash when it premiered in 2001, with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick taking over the roles of Max Bialystock and Leo Bloom, respectively. Insert Cassie section here now, boy. I like doing that because it makes me laugh. I think I'm funny. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, let's make it a musical." You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical." You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical." I started laughing at the end. You prick. You're going to hear a... That's the one. And you ruined it all. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical." Too blunt. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical." That's something. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical." Okay, we're going to fully commit to this. Okay. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical! Now!" Let's see how that works. Oh, my joints did not like that at all. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, "Hey, make it a musical! Now!" Is that what David Geffen sounds like? Am I going to get another copyright claim by David Geffen going, "That's not me. That's not my voice"? Hey, make it a musical! Now! What is that voice? It's like so angry, and it's like it's gonna come eat you. Hey, make it a musical! Yes! You make musical now! Yes! We make all the monies! Yes! I just turn him into Arnold Schwarzenegger? Just do the worst Mr. Freeze impersonation? Cool party! We make musical! Yes! Oh, what would people say? See, if you, you finally get to see behind the scenes. It's funny because when these videos go up, they look so serious, and it's like, wow, he really is very serious about his work. But then you come to my recording sessions, and this is what it is. It's so stupid. It'll be like, "Oh yes, the 70s. America was a place of change in the 1970s. Yes, it changes all day. I remember one time when I was doing this for a podcast, and I forgot to delete the track, and it almost made it online. I was like, but the main problem was Bono. Wow. Julie Taymor, and then I just kept going. There might have been Julie Taymor. Imagine if that made it online. Okay, what did I just do? You mean how in 1990... Okay, I'm gonna do the faraway yell. Just because I'm in a playful mood, I'm gonna try it. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen told Mel Brooks...
Hey Mel, you make it musical now! Yes! Yes, we make all the monies!
That's true. We did type a lot of random messages into the Google Doc, Casey. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen told Mel Brooks...
Hey Mel, you make it musical now! Yes! Yes, we make all the monies!
That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever recorded in my life. I bet I can make it stupider. Let's see how far we can push this thing until it just doesn't work. I think we're really close. Okay. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks...
Hey Mel, you make it into musical! Now! Yes! We make all the monies! Matthew Broderick, yes! Nathan Lane, yes! Producers! On Broadway! Yes! Eat your heart out, men in tights!
Thank you for coming to my recording session in my studio. Now my newest work. That is so stupid. Insert Casey's voice here. While the 1967 movie might not have been as big of a commercial or critical hit as Brooks would have hoped, the producers would receive a second shot at stardom. How far back did I go? I was like, this isn't funny. Okay, need to go from here. Insert Casey section here. Now, boy. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks...
Hey Mel, you make it into musical! Now! Yes! We make all the monies! Matthew Broderick, yes! Nathan Lane, yes! Producers! On Broadway! Yes! Eat your heart out, men in tights!
That's this... Okay. Let me know what you think. That's that was so much fun to do.
On Broadway! Yes! Lemonade!
Oh, I should bring in my character Lemonade Boy. You want lemonade? That was a character I had back at Texas Roadhouse, where I was just like, what if I just went up to a table and I just went, hi, you want some lemonade? Lemonade. Oh yeah. Hey Mel. Hey Mel. Make it into a musical. Broadway. Joking aside, that's a good impression of I don't know what, but it's a good voice. I don't know what it is either, but I'm very excited that you think it's good, and I'm gonna put it in the video. Okay, here we go. This will be the shot. One take, Henderson. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey Mel! Make it into a musical! Yes! We make all the monies! Yes! Yay! Nathan Lane! Matthew Broderick! And Broadway! Yay! On the Broadway! Yes! All of the monies! Eat your heart out, men in tights! Hooboo!
Someone said it sounds like Yoda from Star Wars. Does not sound. Could you imagine Yoda from Star Wars sounding like this?
Look! You do or do not! You cannot try! Yes! Do it like Rocky Balboa! Yes! Force! Force push!
This is the stupidest
Make
night.
it into a musical! Yes! We make all the monies!
It sounds too violent. It sounds like way too aggressive. There has to be subtlety with it. It can't just. Okay, we've beached it on the other side. We've beached the boat on the other side. So now we're gonna get it. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey Mel! Make it into a musical! Yes! We will make all the monies! Yes! In Nathan Lane? In Matthew Broderick? On the Broadway! Yes! Boop boop bop.
oh, that's gonna destroy my voice. Lose the voice. How about that? You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey Mel! Make it into a musical! Yes! We will make all the monies! Yes! In Nathan Lane? In Matthew Broderick? On the Broadway! Yes! Boop bop.
okay, so now it's up to you. Do we keep it like that? Or do I go back to normal? Boop da ba ba do boop ba ba boop. Boop. I don't even know what David Geffen sounds like. That was just a blind guess. That pun didn't work. Okay. And there's going to be a little bit of a lag as I look. Is there a way that I can make a poll? Can I create a poll for this? I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can. Dang it. Yep, it's going to have to be in the comments. Do we keep the or do I just go back to normal? Let's see. I want to see if there's a way to make a poll. There's got to be. Oh, what have I done? Nope. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Stop. Get out of there. I'm busting a gut here, but I'm not sure if it'll fit for the video. I love the far away, though. It's a great effect. Okay. Hey, Mel! Hey, Mel! It's me! It's David Geffen! Mel! Oh, God, not this guy again. Mel? Mel, it's me. It's David Geffen. God, how did he find me? Yeah, you make a musical. Yes. I don't know who that is. Okay. All right, here we go. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel,
musical, huh? Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical.
Okay. So now we got a lot to play around with.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical.
Excuse me. I
Hey,
don't
Mel,
care.
make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? Hey, Mel, make it into a musical. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical.
I feel like there's gotta be a ah. Let me see. That first one might have gotten it for me.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical.
Okay, I'm gonna take that voice. I'm gonna take that voice and we're gonna play with it. Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, you palooka. That's probably the only thing I learned from college was the word palooka. That's a lie. Okay. Where's all the furniture, honey? Okay. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh?
oh, let me try it again.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? We'll make all the money.
Money is... I'm losing my mind. How in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh?
let me try it again.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? We'll make all the money.
I'm having too much fun with this section. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? We'll make all the money, man. You dick. What? Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? Then we can make all the money.
that just seems like a New York thing. Would they not say, you dick? That's coming from Utah.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? We'll make all the money, man. You dick.
I got an Instagram message from a guy who said, I'm very excited to show your videos to my classroom. So I don't know if I can get away with saying dick in the video. I could beep it out. Yeah, beep. Okay, give me the second one.
Hey, Mel, make it into a musical, huh? Then we can make all the money.
That's it. That's the one.
You dick.
For all your soundbite needs. I want that to be when someone that I really don't like calls me.
You dick.
Or if I'm like out with my friends and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to split the tab?" No, not tonight.
You dick.
That's too much fun. Okay. Let's mix this. All right, let's we got about you puts. How about you change it to puts? Is that cleaner? Just when I thought I was done, it ropes me back in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through that with a straight face. Okay. Don't redact your message. That was fantastic. Bring it back. KC Reviews redacted her message. That's probably going to make it in the video. You puts. Okay. Got me. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks, can't do it. Okay. I'm gonna get it. I promise. Okay. Okay, we're serious now. Whew. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. You puts. God damn it. Okay. Okay. God, that really got me. Okay. Okay. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen... You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey! Make it into a musical, huh? Then we can make all the money! You puts! Hey! Make it into a musical, huh? Hey, Mel! Make it into a musical, huh? Then we can make all the money! You puts!
let's see where that goes.
Hey! Make it into a musical, huh?
Okay, I think we got it. I think we finally got it. You mean how in 1999, David Geffen said to Mel Brooks,
Hey, Mel! Make it into a musical, huh? Then we can make all the money. You puts.
That's a good bit. You puts. KC Reviews gets writing credit for that one. Oh my god. Whew. That really got me. Okay. Insert KC section here, you puts. I redacted it because I thought it was dumb for a second. No, that was fantastic. Insert KC section here, you puts. I think you know how a YouTube channel needs to have a name for like their subscribers. It's gonna be Puts Nation. Welcome. Well, thanks for watching, Puts Nation. Okay. And he didn't even know how to write music. He did it all by humming into a tape recorder. That was so, like, Disney Channel. Can you believe it? He didn't even know the music, bro. And he didn't even know how to write music. He did it all by humming into a tape recorder. He did it all? And he didn't even know how to read... You puts. And he doesn't even know how to write music. He did it all by humming into a tape recorder. insert KC barbecue sauce section here. I'm ready to see that comment. Yes! And that's useless. Blah blah, she. The name's Bond. James Bond. Shuck it, Trebek. Yes! And that's useless. Blah blah, she. The name's Bond. James Bond. Shuck it, Trebek. Good. I think it works. Yes! And that's some useless trivia I have on blah 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 blah. Thank you. Yes! And that's useless trivia I've stored to impress Mark Labette on The Chase. I have stored. Yes! And that's some useless trivia I have stored to impress Mark Labette on The Chase. Oh, I wish I could get on that show. Okay. Remember to insert my little 2 words there. Okay. All right. We've got about 3 minutes left. I can get through one more section and then we'll call it a night. Okay. It's fascinating because when Brooks initially conceived the idea of Springtime for Hitler, he wanted it to be a straight play. But it was only after he thought about all the scene changes it would require that he decided he'd have to do it as a film. When the show finally did make it to Broadway with a book by Tom Meehan, the book writer for Annie and Hairspray, as well as Chaplin the Musical, but we'll talk more about that next month. The show was a critical and commercial hit. The day after opening, it broke one-day ticket sale records with a total of $3.3 million. As KC said before, the musical would go on to dominate the 2001 Tony Awards, again making Broadway history with an astonishing 15 nominations and 12 wins, including Best Musical, Best Book, Best Director, and Best Actor for Nathan Lane in the role that would earn him the unofficial title of the King of Broadway. Insert clip. It even went on to introduce the now industry standard premium ticket by having producers set aside seats at every performance and charging $480 for them. In only 8 months, the show had completely recouped its $10.5 million investment. That is insane. That is an insane fact. Let alone that it was $10.5 million. But I mean, like, $10.5 million. Like, you just put that in comparison. I always have to go back when I'm looking at these budgets because I don't know how Spider-Man did it. I don't know how they got a $75 million price tag. That's insane. All right, I'm going to save this comment, and then that's how we're going to end the video with my going back to my Disney Channel voice. Hi, I'm Brendan, and you're watching a preview of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, only on Disney Channel. I'm gonna redo it, and I'm gonna do it like Hillary Duff. Have you seen this video going around? Hi, I'm Brendan, and you're watching a preview of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, only on Disney Channel. Save me from this contract. And that's it. And that's what we're going to end on. All right. So we made some pretty good progress. Got through page 6. Just got to keep trucking away. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream every time for this. I don't know. I really like it. It's really fun. But thank you guys for... Dang. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've had so much fun tonight, and it really means a lot that you guys hung out with me and stuck around. So, with that being said, remember to live truthfully in those imaginary circumstances, and we'll see you later. Let me figure out how to do the awkward sign off. See you guys.